Every empire, no matter how vast or powerful, carries an expiration date within its very foundations. History teaches us a stark lesson. Unchecked debt often precedes decline. A silent erosion of power. Today, the United States stands at a critical juncture, facing a debt crisis of unprecedented scale. Are we witnessing the early signs of a historical pattern repeating itself right before our eyes? Let's journey back in time to understand the echoes of empires past. Starting with the mighty Roman Empire, its vast territories and military might demanded immense resources funded by an ever-growing treasury. But continuous expansion and lavish spending eventually led to severe financial strain and inflation. The empire's ability to sustain itself began to crumble under the weight of its own economic pollice. Next, consider the British Empire, which once spanned a quarter of the globe. Maintaining such an expansive dominion, with its wars and colonial administration, was incredibly costly. The two world wars, in particular, pushed Britain to the brink of financial ruin. Accumulating massive debts, though victorious, the empire emerged financially weakened, paving the way for decolonization and a diminished global role. These historical examples are not mere anecdotes, they reveal a recurring pattern. Empires, like individuals, can become over-leveraged, their strength undermined by financial fragility. Now, let's turn our attention to the present and the alarming numbers facing the United States. Economists like Niall Ferguson have highlighted a critical threshold when debt interest payments exceed defense spending. This isn't just an academic theory. It's a stark indicator of a nation's fiscal health. For decades, the US has enjoyed the privilege of low interest rates, masking the true cost of its borrowing. But as rates rise, the burden of servicing the national debt becomes exponentially heavier. We are now at a point where a significant portion of tax revenue goes simply to pay interest, not to invest in the future. This diverts funds from essential services, national security, and economic growth. The Hoover Institution and other economic bodies have sounded the alarm, warning of the impending crisis. The numbers are not abstract, they represent real consequences for every citizen. What happens when a nation can no longer afford to defend itself or invest in its future? The implications are profound, touching every aspect of society, from global standing to domestic stability. Economic instability can lead to social unrest, a loss of confidence in institutions, and a diminished quality of life. The dollar's status as the world's reserve currency could be challenged, with far-reaching global repercussions. This isn't a distant threat, it's a challenge that demands immediate attention and decisive action. The lessons of Rome and Britain serve as powerful reminders of what happens when fiscal responsibility is abandoned. The future of the United States, its prosperity and its global standing, hinges on addressing this debt crisis. It's a call to awareness, a plea for informed discussion, and a demand for sustainable solutions. Will we learn from history, or are we destined to repeat its most painful chapters?